the fucking scam that's going on with Dave East, Benny the Butcher, Jadakiss, Bow Wow.
Bow Wow's doing it?
This nigga lips is moist as hell.
Dude.
Who else? Am I forgetting someone?
No, I just who is it? Okay, I'm gonna go to the actual link. I do have to shout out this dude. I forget his name, but he's the editor-in-chief of DJ Booth. Okay. But over the past few months, a company named The Block 365 has been working with several notable rap artists, including Fat Joe, Benny the Butcher, Jadakiss, and Dave East, amongst others, offering indie rappers mixtape placements for between $500 and $650 per slot. And basically the jig is that they hit you up, you will get a DM, maybe, from Jadakiss or Fat Joe or Benny the Butcher, whoever. It's somebody who they have given access to their account, and they knock the cherry off.
I saw that happen. That's funny.
Okay. It happens.
Happens sometimes.
You don't smoke weed that often. And then basically, like, they're selling placements on these mixtapes.
Emphasis on
mixtapes. And basically, it's like a project of like however many songs, 20 songs, 16 songs.
Almost like some Dat Piff.
60 songs per tape? Oh, Lord.
But it sounds like almost like some Dat Piff type shit, like when they drop a
The funny thing, well, I'm going to get to it. I don't want to ruin the story, but now they're partnered with Dat Piff.
This thing?
Yes.
I want to know if anything has ever happened to any of these artists who pay to be on this. Can we find someone who is happy with the services they receive?
Anyone, please.
Okay, let's say in this mix of CD, it's like you got like the Baby song, you got this song, and then like you're thrown in the slot.
No, I think it's
no famous people, all submissions.
No way.
But I wonder though, is there like an intro on it, like, yo, I'm Benny the Butcher, and this is my new mixtape?
Not from what I've seen.
I don't believe so. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I'm going to be honest.
What's the incentive of that then?
But they're kind of selling them a dream. They're making them it seem like it's going to be doper than it is. They're not realizing that it's tape. Oh, Lord.
But it sounds like almost like some Dat Piff type shit, like when they drop a
The funny thing, well, I'm going to get to it. I don't want to ruin the story, but now they're partnered with Dat Piff.
This thing?
Yes.
I want to know if anything has ever happened to any of these artists who pay to be on this. Can we find someone who is happy with the services they receive?
Anyone, please.
Okay, let's say in this mix of CD, it's like you got like the Baby song, you got this song, and then like you're thrown in the slot.
No, I think it's
no famous people, all submissions.
No way.
But I wonder though, is there like an intro on it, like, yo, I'm Benny the Butcher, and this is my new mixtape?
Not from what I've seen.
I don't believe so. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I'm going to be honest.
What's the incentive of that then?
But they're kind of selling them a dream. They're making them it seem like it's going to be doper than it is. They're not realizing that, it's going to be 60 songs on a tape. So that's kind of the whole thing, is that these fans are definitely going to be left unhappy with what these up and coming aspiring artists or whatever. They're going to be unhappy.
But it's coming out on like Apple Music, Spotify, all that shit.
I think so.
I've only seen it on SoundCloud and Dat Piff now.
Who
Right.
the fuck is paying $600
Just
per
imagine you're 15. They don't know how old you are at all. You know, you can be young, old. You're 15 years old. You're trying to be a rapper.
You're famous. From Benny the Butcher.
Your most favoriteest rapper DMs you and it's like, yo, let me see your work.
The rappers DMing
But
them?
for the record, it's not them. It's someone who has access to their
it's from
account.
their verified Instagram account.
Fuck no. That's fucked up.
Because there's screenshots on Twitter of like Jadakiss just being like, yeah, fuck with the music. Like, all you got to do is send 700, etc.
And it's all the same, like, copy and pasted message.
It's not Jadakiss. And I'm going to be honest, I got offered this. Like, somebody hit my line, like, trying to convince me, like, yo, you can make mad money like this. And I definitely think I could. But it's just, like, from the rip, I'm like, this is so, like, scummy. Like, I can't, like, do that to my fans. My fans would fucking hate me for it. Yeah. Why would I want to take a significant chunk of my biggest, best fans, the fans who want to spend money to be on a No Jumper mixtape, and basically just, like, do something that is going to
completely just diminish that.
I mean, I do wonder if they are getting anything out of it, because I'm sure that, like, some people could say the thing about what we do on stream and say, like, oh, some of these people on stream are, like, they're getting their song talked over, people aren't paying close enough attention. But I think it's also, like, pretty upfront about what you're getting from it.
We're not trying to sign them or...
Yeah, it's just basically a chance for you to maybe get 1,000 people, a couple thousand people, and me or Cam Girl House fun to hear it. It's like, it's just very upfront, whereas this seems kind of...
I'm waiting for it.
Your name has been dragged at least a little bit because of your association with this sort of mixtape quote unquote, well, I'm not going to call it a scam. Some people have called it a scam, but basically the gist of it is that there's a series of mixtapes that are hosted, I believe, on DatPiff and SoundCloud, and they're just mixtapes of different artists. Right. And the sort of accusation's been thrown around is that people's Instagram, social media is basically, they'll sign somebody into their account, and then that account is basically used to have conversations with up-and-coming artists, and then these artists end up on these mixtapes. And I guess that alone, it sounds like it's kind of on the up and up, but then the allegation is sort of that these mixtapes don't actually do anything for the artist, and I think that's where a lot of the issue has gone with it. And I know that you are somebody who doesn't want their name associated with something that people see as being sort of unethical. So what's your thoughts on it, and how did this become a thing for you?
Man, it's a thing, just putting some music out from local artists who don't get a chance to do what we do. You feel what I'm saying? Who could hit me up and I do a series of mixtapes, and it's $500. Some people don't like it, and I understand that, but you got to invest in yourself, and that's not the only thing that you should be doing. You can't just invest $500 and think, okay, sit back and and wait to fucking blow up. It should be a multitude of things. That's something you could put on your resume. And far as it not doing anything, when has anybody, let's just say, if you take a guess, you don't even know these people, you don't even know these random people who pay their hard-earned money to get on this mixtape to try to get a look, right? But if you could guess, have they ever been on a project that talked about on a platform like this?
Probably not, most of them.
That's all I'm saying. Just the fact that we talking about it now, just the fact that I thought at the Joe Budden podcast they was going to bring it up.
They didn't bring it up.
They didn't, but they spoke about it.
Right.
So just the fact, those two platforms, it's worth it right there.
Right.
Back for me, I paid for niggas for features coming up. I paid to do shows. Now we talking about somebody who was probably on a higher level than these dudes back locally. Like I said, I've been running this shit in my town. I paid for features. I paid G Herbo for a feature. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the homie. I paid French for a feature. Shout out to the homie. Guess what? I'm on French. I'm on a Coke Boys album for free. He hit me, and I got some shit with him. Guess what? I got some shit with Herbo. You know what I'm saying? For free, relationship type of shit. When I invested in my career, you feel what I'm saying? What else? I paid to get on Big Mike tapes. I did all of that shit. So everybody don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? And everybody don't feel it. And everybody feel like, man, he should be putting niggas on. Don't they see Rick Hyde down there sitting behind me with a pocket full of blues, a rollie on, and 2 chains? He is on with a record deal. With 2 of his videos hit 1 million views last week. He is nodding. On.
He said,
you know what I'm saying? So when they talk about I don't put people on or shit like that, it's just, I know it rub people the wrong way because they feel like, damn, you successful already. You should be doing this. But you know what I'm saying? It's all about who want to invest in themselves. And we done had it posted on College Kid and a whole bunch of shits. I could keep going, a whole bunch of shits. It's not for everybody. Because once I got to a certain level, I'm like, I'm not paying for shows no more. Once I got to a certain level, I'm like, okay, I'm not paying these certain artists for features no more. Once I got to a certain level, it's certain shit that I didn't do no more. So it's not for everybody.
Right, but have you gotten blowback from some of the fans or artists? Because I've seen sort of like Reddit threads about it, and there's certain people who are not happy about what they've gotten out of it.
Let me tell you though. Let me tell you some real shit, and I'm gonna tell you some real shit though, because people might think they paying for a relationship with me. You feel what I'm saying? People might think that, but that will cost way more than $500 if you want to buy a relationship with me, and people don't take it for what it's worth. I feel like, I hope the artists is listening to what I'm about to say. I feel like too much emphasis has been on dick riding other rappers. Do what you do. Don't look for your shit through another rapper. You feel what I'm saying? If a nigga gonna